I'm not gonna tell you any of the negative shit I do.
No, I don't mean negative. I mean just kind of spraying it.
Get the off my bus. Take off. Idiot.
One smash of that red subscribe button and you'll be able to catch up on other juicy content from our channel now and the future. Hey there guys, what's up and welcome back to our channel. Being a celebrity is not the easiest job in the world. One comes across hundreds of fans every day, and to receive each one of them with a smile is not easy. Sometimes, celebrities are so worked up that they blow up. Such is also the case during interviews when the interviewee might find the other annoying and decide to just leave. Today, we're going to be focusing on musicians. So let's just head on in and look at 10 musicians who walked out of interviews. Number 10, Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain was an American singer and songwriter who was best known as the frontman for the band Nirvana. Cobain's contribution to the music industry remains unmatched as he revolutionized and widened the thematic conventions of mainstream rock music. His songs were known to be full of anger and agitation, and one could feel it through his music and lyrical composition. As it is also true, Cobain was a short-tempered person as well. He best found it suitable to leave situations where he didn't want to stay, and this interview was one of a kind. When approached by an interviewer who had questions about Cobain's fame and how it comes along with fans approaching them with eagerness, Cobain just plainly responded with a word, stood up and left. He didn't show any anger or irritation, instead, just thought it suitable to just leave, having said just one word.
No. Does that bug you?
Brian May. Queen was one of the most influential bands of its time and brought a lot of attention towards unconventional music. Such was also true for the elements that formed the band, and one of them was Brian May, who was the band's guitarist. May is a rather sweet person who spent a great time with the band, but upon an interview, which he said he wasn't really on the same page with and didn't want to do to begin with, he couldn't help but show his annoyance and wish to leave. He said he wasn't doing this out of choice, and it was because he just wants to sleep on camera. Going a little into the interview, he found it rather unnecessary and left. He still tried being polite and shook hands while he was leaving the set.
Up front.
Listen, we have like 3 minutes left. If you want to do an interview, do an interview. But I don't want to be watching bits of tape. It's ridiculous.
Definitief op.
Number 8, Public Image Limited. Public Image Limited are an English post-punk boy band who made quite a name for themselves in the world of music after being formed in 1978. During this particular interview, it seemed like the members were drunk with cans of beer in their hands, and this made them agitated at the interview and his questions. One of the members was particularly angry at the entire scenario and called the interview a cheapskate comedy interrogation. He then made rude comments after his statement and then proceeded to get up and leave the set. The interviewers also got into the heat of the moment soon after, and everything just ended being a disaster.
Would you like to tell me where? Good night.
Good night.
Want to continue?
Well,
It's an intelligent question. Try and think of one.
Tell you what.
Never asked one in your life.
Let's forget about it all.
right.
Yeah, I think you should.
Number 7, Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins was part of the short-lived band State of Alert, but during this time, he earned a lot of fame and recognition as a musician. He did multiple concerts with the band, and of course, was tired after them. But this one time when an interviewer caught the star right after his show all out of his breath, he couldn't help but be mad at him. The interview continued to ask questions when Rollins responded sarcastically, which led the interviewer to end it right there.
And the next time we do an interview, I preferred if you flossed and brushed your teeth because your breath is really intense.
Number 6, Avenged Sevenfold on Brian Stars. Avenged Sevenfold is an American heavy metal band that was formed in 1999. The band hasn't gained much recognition over time and remain small musicians, but still managed to get themselves a niche audience. Regardless, they were celebrities and eventually got caught between interviews they didn't like. This is exactly what one member of this band did when he couldn't stand the questions regarding their music that the interviewer was asking.
I have no really huge meaning or self-defining sort of thing.
we're just kind of living our life.
Number 5, Slipknot versus Nardwuar. Slipknot is another band that didn't gain much public attention, but had an influential line of music that appealed to a niche. The band was formed in 1999 and was solely making heavy metal music. The band is still active, and their audience truly enjoys their music. Regardless, when they found themselves in an unnecessary interview with Nardwuar, they just couldn't hide their agitation and left. Number 3 from the band seemed particularly annoyed.
What do you want, man?
Naughty by nature. There is a tribute band. Where's number 3 going?
He's leaving.
No.
Number 4, The Transplants. The Transplants are an American punk rock and rap singing band that was formed in 1999. The band released some highly influential and appreciated music back in their prime days and were recognized celebrities. In an interview with the reporter who asked about the activities that Travis Barker, the drummer, did for fun, he continued to respond blandly. Then, when the reporter made a rude remark on his response, he just asked him to leave the bus. They exchanged a few swear words in the process.
Off my bus. Take off. Idiot.
Number 3, Prince. Prince Nelson was an American singer and songwriter, musician, record producer, dancer, and actor who served the industry for a long while until his demise in 2016. He is a widely regarded musician of his time and is known as one of the greatest of his generation. As a renowned celebrity, he often made appearances on television, especially TV shows. One of the most popular TV talk shows of the time, The View, invited Prince for a discussion. One of the panel members remarked something flirtatious. Prince just stood up and decided to leave. Although this was in no way done in a rude manner or in agitation, it was all for the humor. While Prince was leaving, he did funny actions, leaving the audience and panel members laughing until their stomachs hurt. Even we found it extremely hilarious. It's during moments like this that people loved Prince more than ever. Number 2, The Bee Gees. The Bee Gees was a music group formed in 1958 in Australia. The group has 3 members who were highly successful as pop music producers and were prominent performers in the disco era of the 70s. The members were called to the Clive Anderson show one time, but it didn't turn out as planned. When the members discussed one of their songs and the host said he couldn't remember it, the band members took offense and didn't spare a minute before they left the stage. The host was left stunned at the incident and couldn't believe what had happened. It was a highly awkward situation for the host and everyone on set, but they still had to maintain respect for their guests and appreciate their decision, whatever it may be, even leaving the stage at a minor mistake made by the host. Number
In fact, I might just leave.
Oh, I've never had anyone walk out before, but...
1, Courtney Love makes Madonna walk out. Madonna is an American singer, songwriter, and actress who's been active for multiple years now. She has had a tremendous journey in the world of music, and during this has come across many unwanted and wanted moments. One of the unwanted moments was in an interview where Courtney Love walked in on her and started acting out weirdly, which resulted in Madonna wanting to leave the set. Courtney was explaining an incident that Madonna didn't quite appreciate, hence just decided to leave without any comment. However, it was evident that she felt uncomfortable and wanted out.
Madonna's running off. She's going to be going. Thank you very much.
No, I interrupted you. No, it's okay. So it's a pig.
We can only imagine what she must have been feeling like at the moment. Let us know your thoughts about this interview walkout drama in the comments section below, and with that, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.